Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we're going to discuss the 2023 Warner Brothers feature film Barbie, starring Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, America Ferrera, Issa Rae, Simu Liu, Michael Cera. A slew of people are in this. Kate McKinnon. This is hour 54 minutes. It has a perfect soundtrack. It's very much a fourth wall breaking film because it's aware that it's a movie and it talks about itself being a movie. And I knew I would love this film. I did not expect to be so like focused and drawn in. Like normally when you're watching a film at home, right? And I didn't see this in theaters. I saw this at home. So when you're watching a film at home, like you have your phone with you, you have something with you, right? You're playing a game, you're doing a craft, you're if you can't just like sit and focus on something for a long period of time, especially almost a 2 hour project, you have to do something with your hands. Fidget poppets and spinners and things, right? I was sat and focused, and that doesn't happen. And it's very interesting watching this when I can't focus a lot because I was so drawn into this. I was looking at this from a technical standpoint as well as a story standpoint, as well as an acting standpoint. The costuming was flawless. The soundtrack was flawless. The set design was one of the best set designs I've ever seen in regards to Barbie Land. And it's just the practicality of the transition sequences getting from Barbie Land to the real world and then back and forth and stuff like that. Having it kind of explained where Barbie Land is just like this alternate reality where Barbies and Kens are, the essence of them are, and then they kind of have like kids that in the real world that play with them, and like that essence is the same. It's a fourth wall breaking film, right? But it talks about so many important things, and this is one of those catalyst kind of films where young people are seeing this and saying, I'm gonna start doing this because I saw this and because I saw this person do that. Like there's this clip of Issa Rae on a red carpet event for something, and she's being interviewed by two girls who say that their favorite Barbie was President Barbie, Issa's character in this, and she's like, your favorite Barbie is President Barbie, and then they were saying, yeah, like I'm gonna be president, and like that's it. That's the moment. When you have the kids understanding the potential that they don't have to do what they're told to do, that they can do what they want to do given the circumstances. It's not a matter of putting limits. It's a matter of dream it, do it if you have the opportunity. And it also talks about various aspects of society. There's that whole patriarchy conversation versus feminism conversation. There's various aspects of what does it take to be a man? What does it take to be a woman? And what's the stereotypical expectations of being a man, of being a woman? How can we break those stereotypes? How can we just be? And that was the purpose of the end of this, is that it's just a human story. It's not a man's story, it's not a female story. It's a human story. It's a matter of be you. And what does it take to be you? And who are you? And if you don't know who you are, it's okay. You'll find out who you are. You'll find out what you want to do. You'll find out who you want to be. And it's a conversation film, which I knew it was a conversation film. I knew it, but I didn't expect to be so focused into this. I felt like I was there. I felt like a lot of this was like a stage play, to be honest. But it just drew you in. And I can't remember certain projects where you're just drawn in, that you feel like you're in the thing, that you're a part of it. Normally that happens when you're watching a stage production, when you're watching a drama, when you're watching a musical. And because it's live theater, the energy is different. You're in the audience, the actor and actress is there performing, and you're right there, you're with them. You feel them sob, you feel their tears, you feel their laughter. But that happened within this project, and I don't remember a film ever doing that, for me, for instance, where I felt that live connection. I don't know how else to explain it. Greta Gerwig did a fantastic job with this project, that it deserves to win all the awards despite the lack of nominations that it should have gotten. It's a beautiful conversation film, bringing in the Mattel property as an entity of itself as well, and the fact that Will Ferrell plays a high CEO boss within a Warner Brothers project twice, which is interesting because he had the same role basically in the Lego movie, which technically came out in what, 2014, so 10 years ago. Weird, bro. Time is weird. Um, Ryan Gosling as Ken, and showing that vulnerability and questioning of life, and Margot Robbie as Barbie showing that vulnerability and question of life. I loved it. I also loved the rivalry that Ryan and Simu Liu's Ken's plural had. That was hysterical. So many parts of this were funny, but so many parts of this were also true to the toys as well, the toy history, why certain dolls were created and for what purpose, and backstory of discontinued this and discontinued that, and it's just very entertaining having then Ariana Greenblatt's character, who was training as young Ahsoka Tano in this as well for the Ahsoka project. Um, Same time, very very cool. And she played young Gamora in Avengers, and she's going to be playing that one character in Borderlands. Um, she's taking over the world, bro. She's taking over the world. I'm so happy. It's just cool seeing people who are talented doing their thing, and I have no complaints. I have no qualms. I have no further queries in regards to certain things. My only queries are about technical things. How did they film this scene? How did they do that with that prop? But I am blown away with how well this was done, how the story makes you feel good about yourself. I am Kenough. I don't know, man. It's an interesting project. I didn't expect it to be so uplifting. It's the best word for it. It's great. It's a great conversation film for not just me, but for all. And those who didn't understand the fact that it's a conversation film are idiots. Aside from that, 2023 Barbie, Warner Brothers feature film. Incredible, incredible project. On to the next review. Mahalo.